Good afternoon. It's been a day of mass action from climate camp protesters who vowed to shut down one of the main power stations in our region. They're fighting plans by the company E.ON to build a new coal-fired plant at Kingsnorth on the Thames Estuary in Kent. There's been a huge police presence there. Well, our reporter Ian McLaren is live there for us now. Ian, what's been happening?
Well, it's been a massive operation, as you say. 1,400 police ranged against around 1,000 protesters determined to reach the power station just behind us. In fact, in the last few minutes, the police have confirmed that they actually had to pull out about 123 people from the river. These were protesters who were trying desperately to reach the power station to try to close it down. In their words, they weren't successful, and all in all, it's been a very trying day for all concerned. They promised to converge on Kingsnorth power station by land, air and sea and shut down the plant. One of the biggest assaults was launched by protesters who took to the River Medway in homemade rafts and kayaks. Some did make it to the power station's jetty, others were stopped by police launches.
There was approximately 28 craft out with 4 people on each today. The idea of a mass action is you have so much going on at once that it's inevitable that somebody's going to be picked up along the way, so unfortunately that was us.
Police arrested 4 people at Upnor and punctured the raft they'd seized. 19 protesters made it over the outer fence but not past an inner electric barrier.
We removed some fence panels from another fence that happened to be nearby and used them to scale the outer fence so that people could get into the middle, and then those were brought over again, and then people were trying to get over the second fence, which was an electrified fence. At that point the riot police were called in.
They've waited more than a week for this, and now the marchers have finally arrived outside Kingsnorth power station.
We've got to move away from coal, we've got to go down to wind, solar and tidal.
I was here principally because I think our energy strategy is complete madness.
Climate camp organisers claim the day of direct action has been a success.
We have heard some rumours that the power station itself has been closed down to the point where it's just operating at a maintenance level, which is the lowest that they can go. Those rumours are unconfirmed, but if that's the case, then I would say yes, we have managed to shut the power station down.
But E.ON, who operate the coal-fired plant, say it's business as usual.
Rest assured, we have got a very good stock of coal within the power station, which will allow us to continue to produce power for people as and when the market needs it.
Well, Kent Police are holding a briefing as we speak, and what we're hearing from that is that 4 people actually got into the power station compound but didn't get any further than that and have been arrested. The police also took away a number of people a short time ago. They were people who'd sat down in front of the power station and refused to move. Most of them were dragged off and arrested. Police say 19 of them were arrested. 1 other person was rescued from the river, and in all, police say there have been a total of 50 arrests today.
Ian, thanks very much indeed.
Richard Pallow, ITV
in other news, a big
Beijing.
community clean-up.
Dozens of activists have been arrested at Kingsnorth Power Station in Kent, the focus of a week-long climate change protest. Juliet Bremner is there. Juliet, what's the latest?
Well, this was supposed to be the climax of a week of protest, and it ended with around 24 of the protesters being forcibly removed, arrested, down at the entrance to Kingsnorth power station here. They wouldn't go when the police asked them to move. Altogether, the police say 50 people have been arrested. It was supposed to be a 4-pronged attack by sea, by land and by air. We didn't see anything by air. The majority of them walked down to the power station. Others tried to make it by homemade raft. In the end, police managed to prevent all, they say, but 4 crossing the perimeter fence. The protesters say that 19 people got in. Whatever happened, it cost millions of pounds to police this operation.
Juliet Bremner, thank you very much.